Greetings, Coach Mashudu here. I'm also a credit repair coach. And if it's your first time you are joining in, welcome to my circle. And I'm excited that you are here. I'm live on Enabler and also on my personal page and also on YouTube. If it's the first time you're on YouTube, like and subscribe so that you're able to get notifications. And to others, just share as well in your timeline. There might be someone who really need to hear what I'm going to talk about. And today we're talking about money and emotions. So being a credit repair coach, I help people fix their finances and I help them to improve their lives as well, and also with financial education. And it's also about helping people to remove what is this judgment as well, and also prescribe debt and them understanding their credit report much better. Besides doing the technical, it's also understanding the root cause of them spending and why they spend, why they create debt, why they're in the mess that they might be in. And it comes to what today I'll be talking about, the emotions that are related to money. And also it's also related to our trauma. As much as you can fix the technical part, you paying, but if you don't understand the root cause of you overspending, the root cause of you being in debt, and you, because some people find that they do pay off the debt and then that's fine. And then 3 months down the line, they're back into debt because they haven't addressed as much as they look much better. So today's discussion is about that. It's about understanding what are the emotions that makes you to spend more, and one needs to address them. So once when someone has come through to me and we've done their financial wellness assessment, which also I provide, is also, and then I'll provide them feedback of what I've seen in their assessment, and with the assessment they also have to complete their self-assessment. And in that self-assessment, I'll do the analysis. And then after the analysis has been done, we have a discussion where we are going to talk about the findings, and then I'll have the recommendation that they need to follow. The recommendation would be that you pay off, we come up with a plan, because I'll also suggest a better payment plan that needs to be done. If someone has got prescribed debt, I tell them what needs to be done, and I can also assist them with my networks in terms of that. But also it's how do you get better? How do I help you so that you don't continue being where you are? And then comes to you addressing the root cause, your financial trauma. So being a transformation coach, I help you with this. So someone will decide that I'm going to do the technical part of it. I won't look at the financial trauma or the mind aspect of it, because at the end of the day, everything that we do is related to what we think. So we're also related to what we've seen when we're growing up. So whilst you're looking at this, ask yourself, what is your relationship with money? I asked this question when we having a BMF session on the reviving the township economy, and one of the presenters was just telling us about that he loves helping people, and I went like, this, you are supposed to come and ask money for yourself so that you can run your business. And it couldn't, and I asked him, what is your relationship with money? So that when we had that discussion, he told me what was the relationship. So ask yourself, what is your relationship with money? The things within how you relate with money. Your caregivers, the caregivers is people who raised you, could be your mom and your dad, or it could be the elders who were there to raise you. Your parents could be late, whoever was older who raised you, how did they handle money? So just ask yourself that, just reflect on how did they handle money? How did they handle their finances? When it's payday, did they have anxiety? Were they too much in debt? Were they always stressed? Were they there? So you could be doing the same thing. That is an opportunity, me as a coach, to help you to address this so that the cycle doesn't repeat, so that you can start attaining that financial freedom and and happiness. And you can. One will say, how do I know that I'm well off? There's everyone defines it differently. Someone said if after you've paid off you've got more than 10% of the money, which you don't have to do anything about it, then you're well off, you're fine. So you're on your way to achieve your financial freedom. So you can start small. So there are few emotions, and there are so many, and I'll just talk about few which also impact us in terms of our relationship with money. And one of them is fear. And one has got that fear of saying that we find that someone goes into debt and then they get lots of credit card because they are just having this fear that they are not aware of. There's got the fear of overspending. We find that they start overspending. So, of course, when you say you are scared of something, you start doing because your mind saying, because your mind doesn't take the negative. So that is what I do when I do the coaching in terms of the understanding your mind. Your mind doesn't take negatives. And if you were to say, I were to say myself to myself and say, Mashudu, you are ugly, or Jane, you are ugly, my mind takes it as myself as ugly. Other people are just there as a movie of my life. So you could be having the fear of saying no to others and you spend, and at the end of the day you develop that you resent them and they didn't ask you. So even when you spend, it's quite important that you look at your emotions. When we are not aligned with ourselves, like even when you're spending online or just at the till and you need to swipe, you might find that you start sweating, you start having that, your heart start racing. So it's your body saying, no, you shouldn't even use that credit card because you know what are the consequences later. So you could have that fear, and then fear of being judged by others. And then the other emotion, which is also is envy, it also triggers you, it also affects you in terms of your money. You think like you're envious that everyone has got nicer things, so that whenever you need to have those nicer things. So you buy those things. After that, how would you feel? Is it what you really needed, or is it what you really wanted? And you could be having envy because you've got self-esteem. So self-esteem stems back to you knowing yourself, understanding yourself, loving yourself, having a good relationship with yourself. So at times we find that our issues that we currently have, they start showing us in other areas, like could be your finances, could be in your relationship. So you could be having envy and it makes you to do the wrong things which are not good for you. So you could be, and this could be triggered by you going on social media and you're seeing people they're doing, and you never know where their money is coming from. And when you're in debt, you're doing all these things that are not good for you. So basically, emotions such as fear, such as envy, such as doubt, guilty. It could be also with your kids. You could say that you just feel guilty of that you cannot provide, you cannot do this, and that makes you to be in debt, and that will also affect you. And shame could make you that you take jobs which you're not supposed to take because you're being scared of also paying your taxes, or if you've got many people that you are taking care of and you're scared of being garnished, or you've got so many things. And also it could be anxiety. It could also lead to anxiety, and then you're scared of just planning for the future, filing for tax. And anxiety is also related to procrastination. And procrastination, I always say, procrastination is a habit that you have learned, which can be unlearned. I do have an amazing video on my YouTube. You can look at that. It's goal setting and procrastination. It's an hour long on how to address your procrastination. And if you're still struggling with it, come and have a coaching session with me. So also it could be fear of scarcity. You're just so scared. So you find that those emotions, they affect you. And when you look at that, one stems back from the belief of saying, I'm not good enough. So when you feel like you're not good enough, you're always trying to prove to everyone. You're always trying to prove to the Jones. You will even go to lengths and just borrowing money, doing funny things. But at the end of the day, when you go down to your bed, when you put your head on your pillow, you're just full of all these emotions. I'm talking about fear, envy, jealousy, and you start making yourself sick unnecessarily. and then there's so many also things that you'll be going through, and everyone will be impacted by your financial traumas and your decisions, and that can be helped. So if you're someone who's listening to me, listening to this, to everything that I'm talking about, do something. I just shared on my WhatsApp, if you are on my business number, which is 061518, daily I share posters. And today's one that I got from someone, it talks about Christmas rules. It says, don't go into debt trying to show people how much you love them. So don't go into debt showing how much people you love them, because now you're feared, they'll think like you're not good enough and all that. And don't go visit your family if it compromises your mental health, because when that happens, you'll be sick. By the time January starts, you won't be able to even go to that job that provides you with money or run the business that provides you with money. And then the first one is a joke. I love it. It says, if someone comments on your weight, eat them during this Christmas season. So guys, eat those people are commenting on your weight. But other than that, guys, your emotions, look at your emotions each time you're swiping, and don't do things just to make others happy if you're not happy, because you're going to develop resentment and you're going to get sick. And with being sick, you're going to need a lot of money for you to get better. Imagine you're in debt and you don't even have money to go and take care of your mental health. So it's quite important during this time of the year, which is Christmas, and Christmas is all about spending. For me, I had to learn that I need to have money for Christmas. So I run a savings club with amazing ladies, which have been running for years. So there is money for spending for Christmas that one has, and say you don't even feel guilty when you're certain. Just say this is for paying school fees and just to manage the Christmas spending, because Christmas you even overspend. There's something in the air, and I'm also guilty of. But all I'm saying is just be mindful of your money. Start doing something, and you can book a session. And also on the link, I've just shared a link where you can just download a financial fitness assessment to check where you are with your money, and it has got a quiz. So whether you do something about what I said or you don't do it, anyway, it's a decision. So do the right thing that your soul is telling you to do, so that next day you start afresh. You might be in a mess. Your mess can be helped. You can be helped in terms of your mess. But if you're doing nothing about it, you'll continue having this anxiety, negative emotions, and you'll be having this fear. And when one is fearful, you just look stupid, and you are just coming from a space of lack and scarcity, and you can't do that. All of us have got abundance that we've been given. We just have to change our mindset. And one might say, you grew up from a family where we're not doing well. I grew up from a family where we're not doing well as well. But as you get older, as an adult, you've got the will to change things around. You've got that power. Everyone has got abundance surrounding them. It's just your thinking that you need to change. And that is what I do when I help people. As much as we do the assessments, is to help you so that your negative emotions, your beliefs of saying, I'm not good enough. I need to teach you that you're good enough. You're worthy, you're highly favored, because we are. Because if you check at my hands, they're different from yours, because we are highly favored. Abundance is out there. Anything that you desire means you have to have it, but you just need to change your frequency and your vibration of where you are, and change your thoughts, because everything that you say to yourself, whether it's bad, you'll attract more of it. If it's good, you start attracting more of that goodness. And it only starts with you, starts with your mind, and asking for help to change your mindset. And your mindset can be changed. So that's what I wanted to share. Remember those emotions. If you are having those emotions, it means you need to do something. So you need to address them, and something can be done about them. You can start having empowering beliefs, and also changing those negative emotions that are robbing you from managing your finances, and for you to be better. And you can reach out to me on 061-518-3208. And do share this in your timeline and tag others. It might help them. We never talk about finances. Even if I were to say, share how much you are earning here, someone won't even say how much they really earn, because it's something that we've been told that we don't talk about money, that is a taboo. But money, at the end of the day, it's energy. You have to develop a good relationship with it. If you don't have it, find help, start developing that good relationship. Get books, read, get a coach, look at other money coaches so that they can help you. But you need to do something. You cannot continue with what has been happening this year in terms of your finances. If you are in a mess, we can do something. So ask for help, reach out and learn and change your status quo. Because if you don't, you're gonna look, it's gonna continue generation for generation, and you'll see your kids suffering as well. So it stops with you. So financial awareness and education starts with you. I wish we learned this when we were still at school. It's something which we were never taught. But this is a privilege that you go to YouTube and learn as much about your finances, learn as much about money, how to save, the compound interest and all that. So that's me. And yeah, I like to, and if you are listening to this as a replay, just type replay and yeah, share with others and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. I had to do the live earlier because my daughter it's a prize giving at 6 p.m. So we're going to celebrate. So one had to just move things around, and we had load shedding at 3, so that's why I moved it. But I'm here. I did share what I had to share, and I trust you are empowered. It will make you go and sit and look at your life, look at your finances. And I just want to end with this one. Ask yourself, what is your relationship with money? What is your relationship with money? And the people who raised you, how did they handle money? And as you are doing that, are you doing the same? Is the cycle continue? If the cycle is continuing, it needs to stop, guys. We cannot blame our parents for the dramas. We've got so much power to change that. Thank you, Princess Cindy Suetas. Thank you for tuning in. So do share, tag with your friends. And one thing that I know I need to go, but something just popped on my mind is that mostly you find that parents, even especially moms, during December is the most stressful time of the year for them because of managing, making sure that there's money for food, they're working, and also for schooling. Now soon shops will be changing adverts to back to school and all that. So one needs to plan ahead. So you might have not handled your money properly this year. So it's an opportunity to start a new year, to start afresh and say, yes, I've learned this. And normally we say failures are bad. They are not. They are lessons that we need to learn so that we grow and become better human beings. It's the same as we were young. Before we started walking, we were falling many times. And when we grow up, we just think like, it's just like this, you'll just understand everything like that. That's why we've got experts. So every mistake that we go through, we just have to look at the lessons and say, okay, this is the lesson. Just use the analogy of a child who was starting to walk each time you fail. So don't be so hard on yourself. And you're gonna win it. You just have to be consistent, ask for help. And when we get older, we normally don't ask for help. But remember, with each child, parents are there or caregivers who are busy molding and taking care of the child to be where they are. So when we are adults, we have got many responsibilities, and we just think like we can do it by ourselves. We can't ask for help where it's required. Get the knowledge, get the skills. There are so many people who can help you. So change your financial story so that your kids will benefit, and you'll benefit, and generations which are about to come will continue benefiting. Thank you so much. Enjoy your afternoon. And yeah, thanks. Bye-bye.